Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword. And this is being published on Tuesday the 24th of September 2024. So it's been set by Jowner. I haven't got any thoughts too much. There was a time where I didn't really enjoy their puzzles. I think they've got quite reasonable recently, so I think somewhere around 10-15 minutes solve. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter, I'm not sure. So without further ado, I'm just going to reset time and crack on. Accordingly, newspaper company starts to provide you material online. Ooh. Solid mass next to tree. I want to put mash. I don't think mash is right, is it? Let's put a word begin with M though. Mediterranean island found to have no end of terra salata. So island, Mediterranean island, found Crete. Malta. What's something that's got an A in it? Crete, Malta, Ibiza. Power, say, linked with a small American group of stars. Pegasus. Nasty people won't ultimately think highly of show. Nasty people won't ultimately think. Is an anagram there? I don't think so. Shrublands have suffered primarily after hot weather. Deserts? Can't be deserts, can it? Hot weather is heat wave. Primarily after hot weather. Be unable to stand or look at that man. Be unable to stand or look at that man. That man would be he, I guess, or him. Not quite sure on those. Great work produced by teacher and bishop, maybe. Bishop, maybe. Is that a particular bishop? Great work. Is that just an anagram? Great work. Produced by teacher and bishop. A lichen, unusually coming from part of South American, Chilean. Adele single, arising out of anguish, followed by love. Adele single. Hello. Okay, that's modern. In retrospect, some artists always endure last. That's a hidden word backwards. Multi-layered news article entertains European editor. Gosh. You'd think there's something entertaining an E, or a multi-layered news article entertains. So that's E with an ED on. Think multi-layered. What's this? Ex-president supporting Ford. Okay, that's nice, easy, clear. President Ford, Gerald Ford. Nauseous and sweaty at first. Ugh. Nauseous, sweaty at first. Ugh. I think there's a U on the end of that. Is there? NASA. No. Nauseous is sick. Sweaty. Oh, sick. Yes, sick. So ick for ugh. They may unintentionally reveal sinful despair somehow. So that looks like an anagram of sinful despair. That's 6 and 7 letters. And they may unintentionally unintentionally. A scheme involved eating extremely restorative mild food. Golly. So you put again, got another anagram of scheme is 6 letters plus 3 is 9 plus 2 for RE. Mild food. A scheme. I need to write down the fact I've got these probably. Well, let's look at them later. Very hot spot in the middle of jungles. Well, the middle of jungles is NG. Is it NG? It's a G. G for jungles. In. I think that's something ping, isn't it? Spot. Very hot. I think that's something PI. It's a hot, very hot word PIN. So spot is a. Don't know. Slow-mo clips in part neatly edited. Again, that sounds like instant replay. It doesn't sound like it, it looks like instant replay, which gets rid of that being mash, because that just seems silly. Solid tree. Doesn't mean it has to be there, like firm. They are firm. Oh, firm. That's a bit of misdirection there. Was a marshal or colonel suspected of murder, according to reports? Yeah, Miss Marshal or colonel. Was a marshal, so or colonel. Is that the next level up, which would be for suspected of murder? Would be suspect. Can't be suspect, can it? I don't know. Do come by to collect that girl. Do come by to collect that girl. 3-letter word beginning with G. Do come by. Drop in. Charlie and Michael distributed methamphetamine, perhaps. I don't know what methamphetamine is per se, but it begins with Charlie, I think, and then Michael. There's my C. That I've got 2 C's. What is it? It's not cocaine. I thought it was ease, but it can't be ease. Speed. Methamphetamine is something I'm going to come back to. Chemical. No, chemical. I'm not going to come back to it because I can see it, thankfully. Instrument fixed with nail inside. I'll put banjo, but that clearly doesn't fit. Fixed with nail inside. Pin, I would think. Fixed is set. Spinet. Gosh, that came from nowhere. I think. General Ford, there he is again. Right, well that's a pretty good first look, isn't it? Accordingly, newspaper company starts to provide you material online. I've still got no idea. So, newspaper company. COP. I'm just wondering if there's a company COP, and then provide you material online is, don't know. This one, okay, so can either be Crete, Cyprus. I mean, sure it has to be Crete, but what's the create now? Create. Now, if I can spell it correct, so it's create with found, found taken, create with an A taken out, which means found. This one, nasty people won't ultimately think of you, think highly of show. Ultimately. Shrublands have deserted have suffered primarily after hot weather. Shrublands have suffered. Okay, so I don't know what to do with the primarily after hot weather bit. Is that H there to give us weather, which is something I can't think of. Hail. What's this one? Great work. By teacher and bishop, perhaps. Not a lot going on there. So I've got a couple of anagrams over on the left to look at. What's this one again? Multi-layered. News article. Entertains European editor. So editor is Ed. That's okay. Entertains. News article. Multi-layered is Strotted. That Y is annoying actually, because it kind of makes me think of the layered part. This one, do come by to collect that girl. No idea. That one, whoa, very hot. I don't know if that is ping, but I think it's the in with the middle of jungles is a G. So ing, spot, pip, piping, pipe. I think that's piping, isn't it? Gosh, that's a well. Okay. There's my P. Starts to provide U. Okay, so U. That's copy. What kind of copy is it? Soft copy. Accordingly, newspaper company starts to, don't know why. Accordingly, so, and the FT, newspaper company. Gosh, that's a big broken down one, isn't it? They may unintentionally reveal sinful despair somehow. I'm definitely going to have to write this out now. Sinful sinful despair. D-S-P-R-E-A-I. Oh, what is that? Okay, what's this other one I've got to do? Is this one a... yeah, ace scheme. Ace scheme. C something E. Got to write out the clue going across really for me. Just struggle a bit with down clues, slotting in the letters. So got rid of my two E's, two of the E's. Got rid of a C. There's not a lot of words going there. Mild food, cream, no, cheese, no, chess. Got an RE to go in there, haven't I? R as well. Oh, good, cream something, isn't it? Yeah, cream. So let's get rid of R, A, M. Leaves me S, C, H, E, cream cheese. Yeah, I said both the words, because I didn't put the RE into my anagram letters, anagram fodder, and couldn't take them off. Nasty people. Think highly of. Remonstrate, nasty, remonstrate. If that's an R, and that's remonstrate. Okay, get. Do come by get together to collect that girl. I don't quite understand. I'm going to have to think about that in a minute. But what's this? Storied? Okay. Story. Oh yeah, news article. Story with an E in it. Storied. Okay, fair enough. What we got down here? Okay. Remonstrate. That'd be an E, wouldn't it? For remonstrate. Nasty people. Remonstrator. Have to say about that. This one. Be unable to stand or look at that man. That must be he, mustn't it? Which makes that be unable to stand or look. Loathe. Now, be unable to stand. Loathe. Low at he. Okay. This one then, if that is F, whatever it is. I'll write it out again. F, something E, something R. If it's an R, something, slash, something I, slash S. It's a bit of a slowness to my solving ability. Where's that gone? Simple despair. So SNFL, simple DSPREA. So since I first wrote out the anagram, I've started a second piece of paper, which is a bit fresher, got a bit more space on it. IS. So what I've got left? Okay, there's not a lot actually going in that letter there, because I've got they may unintentionally reveal. So that makes me think that maybe isn't remonstrate. I'm not sure what I think highly of. Demonstrate? Can't be, it could be D as well, because that would be Fred. What goes down here? Maybe that's going to help me. Pails, fails, dales, dolls. This one, so we can get rid of another letter. Great work is a masterpiece. Okay. Very good. Bishop is a piece on chessboard and master is a teacher. 2 S's gone. Okay, that's interesting. That really should help it. Doesn't, but should. Sales. They might intentionally reveal something sales, as in AIL. S would leave me PDNL, PDNLU, PDNLU. Well, it can't be FD, can't be FL, FP, FN. Could only be FU or FA. It can't be FA, if that were the case. which really makes me think that R isn't right. So I'll probably need to, although it's got a lot in there. That's most likely Fredless. Freudian slips. Okay, Freudian slips. There we are. Freudian slips. Got it at last. Oh, what is this? Heather? Heaths. Okay, heaths. Shrublands or heaths have suffered after heat. Now, okay. Wow. Demonstrate, is that? Not highly of. Show. Demons, okay, demons, okay. Demons won't T and then think highly of is to rate, which just leaves this one over here, which is, oh, what's this? Gosh, God, there's some passing out. Something S. Miss, oh no. Miss, mass, what's a marshal or colonel? According to reports, miss, suspected of murder. So according to reports makes it sound like suspected of mistaken. Miss, mass, moss, musketeer, muskets. I mean, was a marshal colonel makes me think it was. It's a promotion in the army. To what comes next above that, but I would think it's probably a general, or if it's was a marshal, could be MAS or colonel. Colonel Mustard. Mustard. Colonel Mustard, there we are. Boom. 1634, about the same time as yesterday then. Wow, that wasn't, that was quite hard, to say the least, I thought. But all gettable, as I showed. So I'm really quite pleased with that, actually, because that was a bit harder than I was expecting. But I said about 15, well, I said 10 to 15 minutes, but I did think about 15 maybe for Jowner. So I'm going to go through the clues, because there's quite a lot going on in these. Literally, okay, so one across. The answer is soft copy. So we've got accordingly is so. Newspaper is the FT, the Financial Times. Got a company as a CO, standard abbreviation, and then the starts to provide you is the PY. And that gives us material online, which is soft copy. A solid is firm. We've got mass, the M, next to the fir tree. Mediterranean island of Crete. So there's not many 5-letter Mediterranean islands. I mean, you've got Ibiza, Crete, Malta, and then beyond that, the only islands you've really got are not the only ones, but you've got Kos, Cyprus, Rhodes, and the Majorca, Minorca, and that's about it really. So, and Sicily, and I'll probably think of another one in a minute. But generally, that's about the list of Mediterranean islands. Anyway, we've got Crete. So found is creating this in this sense. I'm not sure about that really, but have no end of terma salata. So the end letter of terma salata is an A. Take that off of create, gives you Crete. Power is P. Say is EG. Give an example. Say an example. Linked with A small, AS, and then American is US, and group of stars is Pegasus. Nasty people is demons. Won't ultimately, so the ultimate letter of won't is a T. And think highly of is to rate, so demons, T, rate, and to show is to demonstrate. Shrublands are heaths, have suffered primarily, so that's the H and the S of have suffered. Going after hot weather, which is heat. Wow. Be unable to stand is to loathe. So if you loathe something, you're unable to stand them. And then look is low. At is at. Look at. Low at. And then that man is he. A great work is a masterpiece produced by a teacher. So teacher could be a master. I mean, that's more of a public school term. And a bishop maybe. So the maybe indicating it's an example of something. So bishop is a piece on a chessboard. Got an anagram of Chilean here for a lichen, unusually telling us that that's an anagram, and it coming from part of South America, so Chileans come from Chile, or Chile, so to say. Adele single, so yeah, well, there's a bit of a modern reference. Adele's had a song called Hello in about 2015. Arising out of anguish, so anguish is hell, and followed by love, which is no. Could have gone for the Lionel Richie song, she went for the Adele song. In retrospect, some artists always endure, so we've got a hidden word here, which I guess is indicated by in some is telling us there's a hidden word, and in retrospect is telling us it's backwards. So if we look from the end of or start of always going backwards into artists, we've got last, and to last is to endure. Multi-layered is storied. News article is a story. Entertaining an E, put an E into it, and then add the editor ed at the end. So that's the first block done. Now we've got nauseous is sick, sweaty at first, so first letter of sweaty is S, and then ugh is ick. They may unintentionally reveal, so Freudian slips. Those are when you say something you didn't mean to say, Freudian slips. And we've got an anagram of sinful despair, and somehow is indicating that. Another anagram here with ace scheme, indicated that it's an anagram by involved, and it's also got eating, so include. Also the extremes of restorative in the R and E. And that gives you, that anagram comes to cream cheese, which is a mild food. Very hot is piping hot. A spot is a pip, so if you think of a die or pair of dice, a die is a pip, a spot on it, and in is in, and the middle of jungles is a G. Slow-mo clip in parts neatly edited. So I haven't actually decrypted what this is. I'm guessing instant replay is an anagram of in parts neatly. Looks about right. There's a Y there, there's a P, a T, S. A slow-mo clip is an instant replay, and edited is telling us it's an anagram of in parts neatly. Was a marshal or colonel suspected of murder according to reports? Okay, so the colonel suspected of murder is Colonel Mustard, which is in the game of Clue or Cluedo, depending on what country you come from. So according to reports, tells us it's a sound like of Colonel Mustard, because mustard is spelt with M-U-S-T-A-R-D. So the sound like is mustard spelt this way. If you was a marshal, I don't really know that term. Mustard means you kind of gathered the troops and got everything on, which is what marshalling is kind of doing, isn't it? Was a means it's a past tense, ed. Yeah, well, not too sure about that, because no wonder it was my last one in. Do come by to collect that girl. Okay, get her. Do come by is get together. To collect that girl is get her. Come by to collect her. So collect is get, and then it's just I can't quite break the clue down, but it's get her. And do come by is to get together. Charlie is a C, and then Michael distributed to an anagram of the letters Michael. Put that together, it gives you an anagram of chemical, and methamphetamine is an example of a chemical. As in, perhaps it's telling us it's an example of what this could be. Instrument, a spinet. I can't tell you what that is. I kind of think it's a guitar-y thing, but it could turn out to be some kind of wind instrument for all I know. But I think it's a kind of a type of. Well, I'm suddenly thinking it might be a string. I think it's a string. I'm pretty certain it's a stringed instrument. I'll say that much. I'm wondering if it's some kind of harpy thing. But either way, spinet is the answer. Fixed is set, and with nail inside, so a nail is a pin. And finally, ex-presidents. We've got Gerald Ford, who was the president who took over, I think, from, well, I know he took over from Richard Nixon in August 1974 until he was voted out in 1976-77 by to be replaced by not Gerald Carter, Jimmy Carter. So we've got the word players supporting is for, and D for Democrat, Ford. I think that's probably an old chestnut. I haven't seen that for a while. So you've got a 1970s clue next to a 2000s clue. That 2010s clue there. That's not bad, is it? So yeah, good puzzle. Tough, I thought, but really pleased to pick that apart and get to it. So thank you for watching.